morning, everybody. Welcome to our next Fables lesson. And the lesson that we're going to do today is to learn to choose a character's key characteristics. So in today's lesson, we'll be looking at the characters used in Fables and identifying their characteristics. Don't be frightened of this. We did it with Mr. Twit, actually, when we were at school. We looked at the inside of Mr. Twit, we looked at the outside of him. We knew how disgusting he looked on the outside, and we knew actually he wasn't a pleasant man either on the inside. So today we're just going to look at characters used in Fables. Now, characters used in Fables, they use animals. Now, animals that they use animals that we know, because in Fables, it's all about telling the moral. They don't want you to go into have to describe an animal massively, because there is no time. And it's the same with, you can't specify time too much. That's when we would use our time adverbials. We have to find words that we can use, because everybody knows the animals that are used in the Fables, like, for instance, Mr. Fox. The fox is used in Fables. We all know what a fox looks like. Now we're going to look at and think about, well, what could we write about fox? What characteristics has a fox got? How could we describe him quickly? So let's have a look. So we're going to, I can use my pen for this. Okay, so we've got the fox. And I'm just going to write on this side some words that I can think of to look. So how would you describe him? I would describe him as a sly fox. I could describe him as a sly fox. What else can we think about? Very crafty fox. Okay, another word can we think of? Ooh. Cunning fox. Writing on this, and let's see, what else is he? I'm going to call him, he's quite shifty. He's quite a shifty fox. Shifty. Yeah, definitely shifty. Okay, so we can look at that. I know there's other things. We can think he's hungry. She's a hungry fox. But that's the sort of things we all think of. Oh, the sly fox, a crafty fox, a cunning fox, a shifty fox. And that's the sort of words we use to describe the outside. But if we look at the inside of the fox, he's actually very, very clever. Very clever foxes. They're quite shy. They don't like really seeing people. But if they're really hungry, they will take it upon themselves to sort of maybe encounter human beings, but they will run if they see human beings. So they're fairly resourceful, I would call them, but they're quite shrewd. They know, they can usually identify where their food stock is, whether it be bins or in someone's garden. So I think as well they're pretty athletic. I'm going to rub that out because I hate writing on this. It is just, so I'm going to write athletic. Okay, so he's fairly an athletic animal. He can jump over loads of garden fences. If people keep chickens, they've got to be really, really careful they're secure at night, even when it gets a bit dusk, because the foxes will be there. They'll jump over the back fences and dig under the wire meshing if they can to get to those chickens. So they're fairly athletic. And then if you open the back door, they'll be straight over that fence again. So think about all the traits that this has got. Because when you're writing a fable, you would just probably pick your two best things, or would you think your best word would be cunning fox or shrewd fox or sly fox? Depends how you're writing your fable. But that's all kind of what you'd use to describe it, because we don't need to describe the fox in detail, because everybody knows what a fox looks like. So next character is, I can see I've picked two bad, well, known as baddies. The fox is known as a baddie, and usually the snake's known as a baddie as well. So just going to look at the snake here. Okay, so I could put sneaky snake. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'm going to put, he is sneaky snake. Okay, sneaky snake, what else? Slimy. Slimy snake. Okay, another word. Oh, very deadly. Deadly snake. Now, not all snakes are deadly, but some are. Okay, so that's the things I'm going to put this side. And the things I think is, he is sometimes very alert. He's very alert most of the time, a snake. So if you happened upon it and went near it, it would hiss straight away. They don't want to encounter people most of the time at all. So we've got, he's alert. Pretty shy creatures, really. They like to hide in the undergrowth, so they're shy, they're cautious. Okay, they are supple. They can twist their body around. If you look at that, the way it wiggles around, so supple. Very supple creatures. And they are swift. Swift. Okay, so there's some of the traits that I think a snake has. If you look at a snake closely on the inside and the outside. So I'm going to look now, you will find lots of different animals are used for fables. These are just a few, but they are definitely, again, all animals that we know. We know the lion, so we know that it would be, we'd put a brave lion, brave, bold. We'd have something for wolf, mouse. I'd probably use timid mouse, goat, donkey, crow, tortoise, hare, owl. I always think when I think of an owl as a wise owl. Okay, so you are going to do two of your own, no, more than two of your own actually, but choose your animals. So I want at least 4 of your animals. Try and do 2 baddies. What I call baddies is a fox and a snake are baddies. I mean, I would look at a mouse and think, oh, you're a goodie, or an owl, or a tortoise. I would class them as goodies in fables. You might know some other ones. So what I want you to do is something we do in class, and that's a spidergram. So you're going to do, just get my pen again, it only works one time you're doing it. So a spidergram would be, we do this in class, you'd have the name in, so if you're doing fox, you would have your fox there, and then you would draw your lines with something straight, which I haven't got, and you put your words around it, so your cunning fox there. So all the way around you would be thinking of all the language that you'd use for these. So that's what when you do your spidergram, I need at least 4 spidergrams because I want a fox, so 2 baddies, 2 goodies, and give me their traits round about them. So here we are. Choose at least 4 animals to do spidergrams on. So for example, a lion, a fox, a mouse, and an owl. So just do your 4 spidergrams, okay? So when you finish finding your describing words, choose the most powerful one you've found to describe that animal. Is it cunning fox, or sneaky snake, or sly fox? Whichever one you think. Now I'm going to post some pictures as well of animals just to give you an image in front of you. So good luck with that. I can't wait to see your spidergrams. Speak to you soon. Bye.